It is time to start talking about digital asset management. How are you storing things? How are you handling things? How are you linking things? How are you doing things? What are you doing with all your digital assets? How do you store them and how do you implement them in your everyday workflow? Okay. When it comes to digital asset management, I know there is a lot of stuff going on. So let's start in the beginning. What is DAM? Digital Asset Management. What is even digital assets? Digital assets means all of your images, your videos, your audio files, your pictures, all the things. After the years we had, everything is digital now. Everything is online. When was the last time you actually printed out a picture from your phone, right? The problem comes in with the actual management. You wouldn't believe how many people I talk to when trying to figure out where all of their team's time goes. And I'm like, cool, let's go into the workflow. Let's go into your system. What system? Hold on. So you're saying you have a social media manager that is supposed to be posting for you, and you took pictures of your client's new carpet, or you recorded the video that's supposed to go on YouTube, or the image that's supposed to become a story on Instagram, and your social media manager is going to spend how much time trying to find those assets? Digital asset management is key on you not wasting your time and resources. Okay. I'm not going to go down that rant right now. Let's just agree that digital asset management is a key component on saving you time and money, because it simply saves a lot of team resources when they know and you know where to find all the stuff. Cool. We got that one out of the way. It is time to take a short little commercial break, as I'd like to invite all of my ClickUp lovers to join me and others in my brand new program. Boss Your Business for ClickUp Consultants is a 3-month program where we turn your love and knowledge of ClickUp into a profitable and scalable offer and business. You will get to see and implement all the systems and workflows that got me to work with amazing clients, get paid brand collaboration, the title of Startup Evangelist for ClickUp, as well as an upcoming book deal. If you're ready to turn your ClickUp love and passion into some serious cash and have fun while doing it, come join Boss Your Business for ClickUp Consultants today. And with that, back to our regular programming. Now let's talk about the difference between digital asset management and actually using it. A lot of you probably use Google Drive, Dropbox, and all the things. That is the actual storage of your assets. So make sure you really have a folder structure that makes sense. So make sure you have a folder structure that makes sense and you have a naming structure that makes sense. When it comes to digital assets, you have your company assets, then YouTube, social media, whatever it is. You might have a client folder with subfolders underneath, and name them the same way every single time. Decide on a naming structure, stick with it. Cool? Okay, so we got that one out of the way. Now, the next problem with digital asset management is the actual implementation of those assets. Chances are you are a content creator, you are a consultant, you are a coach, you are a course creator, you are someone who deals with digital assets every single day. And I'm going to show you 2 specific use cases where this comes into play. Number 1, you're working with clients. You are in your client space. You know what? Hold on. Let me show you. Let's head on over to my ClickUp and show you where the first implementation happens of digital asset management. Right here, you can see our standard structure of a client folder. We've talked about the training in the last video. Let's talk about actual client assets now. Client assets need to be easily available to your team, especially when you are a web designer, when you're a social media manager, when you are a video creator, editor, anybody really. You want to be sure that you have your clients' assets readily available. Their branding, their colors, their logos. Cool, colors we can just write in there, not a problem. But what are we doing with the logo? Simple. You set up a list right in ClickUp called client assets. That's where you're gonna handle their assets. And I don't care if you actually have those assets or if you are building those assets. So in this case, logo, cool. If I go here, I'm gonna find the client's logo, hopefully. We got a file link right here. Evie, what are you talking about? We just attach the logo in ClickUp. No, we don't. You don't want to use ClickUp as your asset management tool. This is where we link it. This is where we keep things. This is where we make it easy for your team to find the assets they need. We do not want to keep them there and store them there. You can attach them to it, that's fine. But that is not the end all be all. You want to make sure, even if you are linking the client assets in here, and even if you are attaching that logo to that logo task, to save them in your actual storage tool. And I don't care what you use. I personally prefer Google Drive for that, and I will show you later why. Let's keep going. We have the logo task in here, which is the logo. You easily can just go and set an attachment to this, upload a file. Let's see what we have. There's a nice new shiny badge I just got. Cool. We just attached the client's logo. It's right there. I can download it. I have it. Awesome. You need to have a backup of this. So this doesn't just need to be right here. It also needs to be in the client folder, right? That's where we got the file link for, right in here, to be able to grab that Google Drive link and plug it right in there. Now we want to make sure, because often enough you are building assets, you are redoing assets, whatever it is, that we also have asset stages in here, meaning, okay, we are developing the client's logo, cool, let's put it in the dev stage. The client needs to approve the logo, it needs updating, or it's actually in use right now. Cool, Evie, we got this down. This is how you build a digital asset library for your clients right here in ClickUp. Now I know a lot of you are content creators. There's another thing, and you're gonna get to see my setup right now, where we are building a lot of content. We are building YouTube videos, we are building social media content, all the things. That now trickles down, and we wanna make sure we have all the things. So when we're talking about a video, one of the things that's gonna happen in here, you are bringing teams in, and you wanna make sure you can also automate this. So what we are doing right in here is, next to this video, you've probably seen my content creation and repurposing workflow. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have subtasks underneath here for the blog, for the social media posts, and all the things happening in here. And then we are going to have as attachment the assets that come along with it. The thumbnail, the Instagram story image, as well as the square image. That's a lot of assets. You don't wanna have to put them into ClickUp and put them into Google Drive and do all the things. This is where the magic of digital asset management comes in. Innegrately, we have an automation that says when a webhook triggers. So we have a trigger in ClickUp that triggers when I hit the button and say, I'm recording this video, that triggers this webhook, which then creates a folder in Google Drive for this specific episode of the video. It then creates a folder within this main folder called raw for my raw videos to dump it. Then final, which is the folder where my video editor puts the final videos in, graphics, where my graphics guy puts all of those fancy images in. Actually, they don't, but I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then we are updating the task with this link for those digital assets, as you can see right in these, where the video already has gone through the recording stage. Now I know this is building your folder structure automatically for your digital asset management. Now we have taken digital asset management even a step further. My team does not have to go and submit those images right in that folder and then update them in ClickUp and do this and do that. Why? I have a nice little form right here on my website. I use Gravity Forms simply because it's so easy to use. When my task right in here gets set to edit, it again triggers a webhook, which then triggers an email to my video gal, as well as my image guy that says, hey, new video coming up, you should be hearing soon. Here is the task ID. They then proceed to plug this task ID right in here, enter, in this case for the YouTube video submission, the video URL, and add the video thumbnail. This specifically is for my editor. I have a similar one for my graphic designer to upload their imagery. Now, this gravity form has been taken and goes into an automation that then grabs those images, puts them nicely into ClickUp, puts them nicely on Drive, updates my ClickUp, and now digital asset management has become a bliss. It is readily available on your ClickUp task so your team can easily manage and grab whatever they need right in the task. It is backed up in your Google Drive. That's what we choose to use. And your ClickUp task gets updated too, because the moment they submitted, the automation also tells me, hey, your YouTube graphics are ready and your social media graphics are ready too. And if you really want to dive deep into ClickUp Automations to simplify your content creation, go check out that video that I made for you in the past with 3 major automations that make our life really simple in content creation. And have you subscribed yet? Because I want to see you in the next video.